What's the best business in the 21st century? You're probably thinking of Apple, Google, or Microsoft, a big tech company. Or perhaps you're thinking of other global conglomerates such as Walmart. Well, you're about to be surprised because it isn't any of those. For the answer, we have to venture into the very niche world of academic publishing, where research becomes knowledge. But what if I told you that this world isn't just about science and discovery, it's also a multi-billion-dollar business? But it wasn't always this way. In fact, academic publishing once barely broke even, let alone turn a decent profit. It's the 1600s in London, and the Royal Society have just created the world's first academic journal. And this was created to share discoveries. Scientists would mail in letters, results, and ideas. It was all about collaboration, not cash. Fast forward to the 20th century, and enter one Robert Maxwell, the media mogul who saw scientific publishing not as a service, but as a business. Maxwell's idea was very simple. Scientists would write papers for free, reviewers review for free, and universities pay to access that work, and publishers keep the profits. Maxwell described this as a perpetual financing machine, and he wasn't wrong. That model still dominates today. And so researchers produce knowledge and submit this as scientific papers for free. Other researchers peer review that work, also for free. And then the publishers package the results into journals and sell subscriptions back to universities at huge prices. The result of this is that much of the world's research sits behind paywalls. If you're in a low or middle income country or a small institution, accessing academic work can be almost impossible. But there was one more development, the open access movement. This movement aims to make all research outputs free to read. The consequence of this has been the article processing charge, APC. This is a charge that authors or institutions pay per article for publishing. Nothing else about what a journal does has changed, but now authors are paying to make their work free to read. Some journals charge up to $12,000 per article that they publish. This has led to an explosion in the number of journals and articles. This model alone has generated over $5.4 billion in revenue for publishers between 2015 and 2023. Today, a handful of companies, Elsevier, Springer Nature, Wiley, Taylor & Francis, and Sage, control most of the world's academic publishing. Together, they earn billions of dollars every year. And the product? Research that taxpayers, charities, and governments have already paid for. These publishers earned over $12 billion in profits between 2019 and 2024. When we talk about profit, we must also factor in the free labour that academic publishing is built upon. The biggest source of this free labour is peer review. By not paying reviewers for their time and expertise, publishers can save huge sums of money. And it really is a huge sum. It is estimated that peer review alone costs $6 billion per year. It's difficult to see how publishers could actually pay reviewers in the current system without having additional charges. Together, this makes academic publishing one of the most lucrative industries, sitting somewhere between the music industry and Hollywood. The publishers have profit margins up to 40%. In 2024, Elsevier had a 38% profit margin, with Taylor & Francis at 36%. Wiley and Springer Nature both had profit margins of 31%. Compare this to the big tech companies, and only Microsoft was in the same range, with a 35% profit margin. But things are slowly changing. Preprint servers are moving things away from pure proxies and back onto the content of the article. They're also breaking the stranglehold of publishers, enabling greater innovation and experimentation from science communication through to academic assessment. Efforts to move away from APCs and for-profit publishers are also growing, particularly in the Diamond Open Access community. Together, these show that there is hope for a better future, one that focuses less on profit and more on good, rigorous science. If you want to learn more about preprints, then check out Rippling Ideas, an advocacy and consulting organisation led by the world-leading preprint experts with a people and evidence-driven approach that you won't find anywhere else. Head to ripplingideas.org to learn more about preprints and see even more resources. Sign up to our newsletter to keep up to date with our latest efforts and a monthly roundup of relevant news. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button below too.